All right, guys, welcome to another client testimonial. I'm here with a special guest, Mr. Will Faraj. Uh, Will, say hello to the people.
Hello, everybody out there.
Yes, sir. Well, long story short, we just finished closing on his apartment he had in the Moors, less than the 30-day closing. Will, typically how these videos goes, I just ask you kind of how your experience was when working with me. So basically, long story short, I kind of did my process as far as my daily work ethic, calling, hitting the phones, and we ended up coming across a conversation on the phone, and he ended up reaching back out to me and asking me to, help him sell his condo, one of his investment properties in the Moors. So, kind of your experience through that whole transaction, Will, how was your experience when working with me, and what made you try out my services compared to other realtors that you might have known already or worked with in the past? And, just me calling you out of the blue, what made you decide to work with me instead of other realtors?
I have worked with other realtors, and prior to you calling me and my wife were talking about selling the Moors because we were having so many issues with the previous tenants. And coincidentally, which I've never seen before, I got a phone call from you. And I really like to deal with go-getters, hustlers who are not lazy. And that showed me that you weren't lazy. And like I said, it just everything fell into place. And I said, you know what? Let me give this guy a chance. And I didn't regret it. One of the best decisions I've made.
Awesome,
when it
man.
comes to the realtors.
Awesome, man. Yeah.
Amazing, punctual, always answered my calls. Absolute amazing experience.
Awesome. Yeah. Appreciate those kind words. So basically, you kind of said a few points there, but what would you say that you liked most and appreciated the most about working with me and like the whole transaction, like your whole experience? Like, what do you say you liked the most and appreciated the most?
I've bought and sold properties, and I can honestly say this was one of the easiest deals that I've made. You took care of everything. And you from A to Z. I didn't have any issues, or any issue that I know of. Any issues that came up, you were on top of it. You took care of everything, and like I said, you were a go getter, and that's what I like. I like somebody who's a hustler, who's and looks out for his clients. It's not out there just to make a dollar. You look out for the clients. I don't know if you remember. I was asking for a certain price, and you told me no, you can get more. I think this is a fair price where you should put the house. I'm sure as we got the price listed and above.
Yep, you were asking for a certain number. I'm just gonna say the numbers. He was asking for around 250. It's a condo in the Moors. There's single families, townhomes, and apartments in the Moors. He had an investment property in the Moors, and I think the market value at that time was around. I mean, from the consumer side, you probably wanted. I think you said 250. I said let's go 275. We end up getting that plus more. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that. It just comes with experience and knowing, being knowledgeable of where the market's going and where it's headed, and where it is at the moment.
Absolutely. You broke it down for me. You showed me the paperwork. You brought comps in the area, and to be honest with you, I was looking for 250. And when you told me it was 275, let's put it for 275. I was like, there's no way. Well, we got the 275 plus.
Yep. Definitely one for the books.
Yeah, absolutely.
One more victory in the books. Kind of like to conclude and how I like to end it off. Obviously with you kind of hit everything on the head. There's sometimes homeowners, not like yourself, but homeowners that they want to sell. They kind of take it upon themselves to do it for sale by owner, which are some of my sources that I kind of target as far as helping them out and getting them on the market, and kind of helping them delegate that role to a professional, someone more certified. What would you tell someone, a homeowner, someone doing for sale by owner, and the process of it, what would you tell someone that's on the fence, considering use my services, someone looking me up, what would you tell that person that's on the fence on whether or not they should use my services or not? What would you tell that person?
I'll give you a perfect example. I wanted to list it for 250. And what did you tell me? Let's list it for 275. I think we can get 275. So that was $25,000 that I would have lost right there just for being for sale by owner. Another thing, I don't know if people have time enough to you did an open house within 3 days. I think we listed it on Wednesday. On Saturday, we had an open house. Same day, we had a contract.
Yep.
So that for sale by owner, I mean, unless you have an actual buyer on hand, I don't recommend it. Get yourself a realtor, somebody like John or John himself. You won't have any headaches. You will not regret it. I can assure you, John, from now on, I'll be using you for any business endeavors that I have, any real estate, any deals.
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure you could comment on this and agree. I do operate with a flexible commission program, basically a no risk listing program. And I also showed it to you that day where
Absolutely.
it gives you the option to opt out the contract for whatever reason you want to not sell anymore. Let's say you want to keep it as a rental, keep renting the property, or use it as a rental property if it was your primary home. For whatever reason, I give you the option in the contract to opt out of it for whatever reason. And I do operate with a flexible commission program. And, there's a difference subtracted if I were to end up procuring the buyer with no agent involved. And then obviously, I give you a break on the commission if there's an agent involved as well. So you're either way saving thousands in your pocket when using my services. On top of that, you get world-class service and the full dedicated service listing as well. So guys, yep.
When I call, every single time I called you, you picked up. Whether it was 7 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning, you always answered your phone, and that means a lot. That shows me that you care about your clientele. You don't care about making commission. You're more worried about your clientele, to build a name for yourself, which is a very good thing. It's very important, especially for people that want to sell. Like I said, I'm going to recommend you to all my friends and family, whoever wants to sell, whoever wants to buy, to go through you, because look, you got me almost $30,000 above what I wanted to list a house for. I mean, who does that?
That's correct. Yep.
So
Only
A plus customer service. You want a smooth deal? John is the man to get.
Appreciate that, Will. Yeah, guys. Well, you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Will Farage. Again, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day and doing this for me. This means a lot, especially to those that are, like I said, on the fence on whether or not to use me. This is just another, real client testimonial, real person, real people just giving them, their experience and their feedback on how I was working with me. So, Will, I appreciate you. And guys, I'll see you here on the next one. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, John.